Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, people, and the way that I do it is that I'm helping people to realize that what they consider to be their soul is actually the spirit of God, and all you have to do, people, is own your soul, take claim and possession of it. And at that point, you become a co-creator with God. You become God in essence, and He can use you as a vessel to deliver His will onto this world. I am also creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. Last night as I was praying, man, it's like I had a lot of downloads that's coming in. I normally like recording myself as some of these downloads come in so I don't forget them, But there's so many to talk about, but I'm going to pick one right now. And it's obviously the unification of Africa and the Caribbean. Now, I've mentioned on several occasions that there's two people that are very instrumental in making that happen. One of them is Abraham Traore over there in Burkina Faso, and Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. And I've mentioned earlier, I think a couple weeks ago, about the fact that I know that next year I'll be meeting both of these leaders, and these are things, people. I just know these things must and shall come to pass because it's all part of the process of how we unite the Caribbean and Africa. But I know I'll be meeting both of these leaders, and a couple of things I will say is this. See, everybody got strengths and weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, what I want to talk about is like the way Abraham Traore does stuff in Africa and, the way Andrew Holness does things in Jamaica is very different. Over there in Africa, it's strictly our revolution right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, cutting off ties with France, and taking claim back to their natural resources. And it's a revolutionary time over there. I get that. Now in Jamaica, things are a little bit different. We're not in that type of revolution right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why, when I watch these different videos, people keep comparing, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, the way you do things in Africa, man, that's different. And I want you to keep it that way. You don't have to, compare how Andrew Holness does things over here in Jamaica, because it's two different worlds, man. Jamaica, is built on diplomacy. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, right now, biggest proof for that is watch what's happening with Hurricane Melissa. Because of those diplomatic, exchanges over the years, the whole damn world is here supporting Jamaica at this point and helping to rebuild it. And as soon as the rebuilding process starts, watch how much investors from all over the world that'll invest in our country. Now obviously there's some cautions there. Obviously, is to make sure that we're not selling out the country either, though. Is to make sure that as the money comes in, or as these business proposal comes in, we make sure that it's in alignment with the vision for 2030, for Jamaica's vision, you know what I'm saying, which is to make sure that Jamaica is creating an amazing future for the people of Jamaica. So therefore, every decision that's made must and always be in the best interest of the people. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we have rights to all our minerals, all our resources, and have, and don't give away, our natural resources, or a large percentage or control of it, to foreign entities. You know what I'm saying? Because again, at the end of the day, everything that's there, all these resources, is always for the people. Whether you're in Africa or the Caribbean, it doesn't really matter. It's always for the people. But what I see happening, people, is, and I can declare and manifest these right now, is that I know facts. I am moving to Jamaica next year. This is a bold claim. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly how, people, and I don't really care how. I just know that, everything in God's time, and then God will create whatever way He needs to make that happen, But I know that that's very critical. I had gotten the urge since last year, end of last year, December 24. And I don't, obviously it didn't happen this year, but I know so. I see it clear as day. I know I'll have to move there before the end of next year. I'll be there. And, it's like, just like I know that I need to go to Africa and I need to meet with the president there of Burkina Faso, and I know that I'll be meeting the Prime Minister of Jamaica. I just know that God have a plan, man. And I see that I'm here to facilitate this plan, working with these leaders. And, God also showed me the plan, people, on how we help to make Africa and the Caribbeans, some of the wealthiest countries in this world, man. And here's how. We're going to start off with, like, back in June, I had started a corporation in Jamaica. I need to finish it up when I get back down there. Whenever I get back down there, probably January, February. And, I know that we're going to be fostering trade between the Caribbean and Africa. It's like right now what's happening. Let me tell you the problem I see in this, and then I'll show you the solution to the problem. The problem is most black countries, just like in most black communities, is that the money is not circulated back into the community. The money leaves and stay gone. Even in Jamaica, a lot of those resorts are owned by foreign countries, whether it's Colombia or Italy or any other country where they own these resorts. And majority of the money that's being made, those business owners are bringing that money back to their country. You know what I'm saying? The little bit of money that's left is more where the government forced them to buy, from the locals, and obviously providing jobs for the people there, which is at very low wage in my standard. I think we need to come a lot more up on that. But my point is that I see the problem. The problem is that the money is not being circulated back in black communities and black countries. And what I see and what I intend to do, people, is with the company, what God showed me back in March of this year, is that I will set up trading, man, between these countries. I'll partner up with countries, and what I would do is I'll look at all their imports. And what I'll do is, through my company that I set up, which is based out of Jamaica, is where we'll partner up with them, and we'll find other vendors, whether from Africa or the Caribbean, that provide the things that you need. If you have to import something, why not import it from your brothers and sisters, whether it's from the Caribbean or other countries in Africa. And as I set those up, it's not like you're paying more. You won't be paying more, but what will happen is I'll negotiate and set things up to where there's a good enough spread. And out of the profit that we make from doing these trades through my corporations is that, whatever money is made, 50% of any money I make anywhere in this world will always be go back to Jamaica and Jamaica Bank, which is what I'll be doing, a banking with a Jamaica-owned bank. And the money will go there. The other half of that money, people, will be invested back into the countries that I'm trading with. It's not enough to just get you your imports, people. I want to help you build your countries. And the way I'll do it is that, again, 50% of the profit that's being made will be reinvested back into your countries by helping it to develop industries that I see that you need. Especially when it comes to agriculture. That's something that's very dear to me, is to help countries to be very self-sufficient when it comes to food. Food and energy. Those are the two sectors that I know that I want to help every country in the Caribbean and Africa to develop for themselves. And as I create opportunities and venues where every money that if we have to import, that we're going to import from other black-owned countries, then what happens is now you're circulating the money back into those countries, and you're creating more opportunities for people. Because as I invest more money back into those countries, what that means is now you got jobs that's being created. You're creating industries. You're creating indirect benefit by providing indirect jobs that are relating to the opportunity where the money is being circulated. So my point that I'm trying to get at, people, is that, I see and know what's to happen, man. And this all starts 2026. And what I see is that a lot of the vision that we have, back in 21, God told me to go, and I couldn't believe it. But he said, by my 50th birthday, I'll be 44 next month, is when I become the world's first trillionaire. And obviously I didn't know how or what the way I'm gonna do it. I didn't know until this year, back in March, when he gave me the vision and showed me how I'm gonna do it. But basically, is by helping people and creating opportunities in countries and helping these countries to be prosperous, man. Is that I'll partner up in all these all these Caribbean and African countries. I will get in there and open up business in your country, and I'll help you to develop industries, man, and just really show you how you don't have to spend more money to create more opportunity in country. Just support my business. As you support my business, the profits that's being made is reinvested back into your country. 10% also of any profit that's being generated, I want to invest in social development for your country, whatever that looks like, whether it's schools, whether it's hospitals, whether it's whatever the heck y'all need, man. Every country is different, but I see where I'm here to help you build your nations, man. And that's what my life is dedicated to doing, you know? Just like how you see I'm dedicated to doing these videos every day, is I'm dedicated, people, to creating great opportunities for countries, man, and really help to foster the environment that will bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen. People, these are things I know. These are things I know, like I'm talking on this phone right now. I see clear as day the vision. I know what's to come, you know, and I'm just very happy, very grateful to be in a position to be able to help facilitate and make this happen. And I feel very blessed that God have chosen me, man, to lead this new world that we are creating as I provide opportunity for billions of people across this world, man. And that's where I start, people, is Caribbean and Africa, because that is indeed my mandate from God, because the people that have been last shall be first, and that's my mission, is to help bring about those change and make that happen. But I will continue to expand from there. I will help other countries to come up with better ideas and plans on how to take care of your people, man, because people, the countries that are failing is governments that don't really pay attention to the needs of their people, man. And I'm here to give you plans and ideas on how you can create great opportunities for your people. And I will spread that outside of Caribbean and Africa as time goes by, especially as I start to do business where we export goods from Caribbean and African countries into Europe and North America, South America, and other places. I'll also find ways where I can help those countries, you know, to be good partners with them. But right now, my primary focus, people, because it is indeed my mandate, is to unite the Caribbean and Africa and to bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen. Anyways, people, I could talk for days about this. I'm going to stop here, man. I get downloads every day. Just know the answer's always coming over time. Shout out to my co-creators, man, of Heaven and Earth International. This is where we are creating, you know, heaven on earth, people. And the way we do it is energetically. We are literally creating a whole world based on energy. Literally, that's what we're doing. We understand that positivity is high frequency, so every single day we intentionally inject positivity into the world. You know, we're intentionally doing that every single freaking day. We are doing that, man. And by us doing that, people, we understand that we're raising the collective across the world, the frequency of people across the entire world, man. And that's indeed how we bring about heaven on earth. You know, the requirements to join me in this movement, people, is that number one is that you have to choose to believe that the Spirit of God lives inside of you. You have to also follow my pages on social media and watch my videos, people, because every day as you watch my video, it's feeding your soul. Number three is you must speak your truth, man. I want you to grab your phone and whatever God lays on your heart, share it with the world, man, and post it, you know. Those are the requirements, people, to be a part of this collective. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora worldwide. People, I say this, man. You know, I reshared a video this morning about the lady, a Jamaican lady, who was talking about how, you know, she just really believes it's a blessing for Melissa to come about. Now, that's a perspective that most people won't share, but I have to agree with her, because you know, you can't change what happens, but you definitely have control over how you perceive it. And she chose to perceive that this is such a blessing, because she said in years she haven't seen people come together like this. Jamaicans are cooking for each other. They're helping each other to rebuild their homes. They're clearing paths together. They're cleaning up the streets together. They're doing everything together as a community, man. They're joining forces and becoming one. And that's the Jamaica I grew up with. And I'm very happy to see and hear that, because in the worst of time, you have a choice even then, people, to choose how you want to react to things. That's what attitude is. We're people with great attitude, man. That's what that is. This lady in the heat of the storm, or with all losing everything, most Jamaicans you meet are very grateful for life. And I can see why God chose Jamaica to be the blueprint for countries across the world. And indeed, me as a Jamaican being the blueprint for humanity, man, because he's put a lot of great qualities in us as a people, you know. And, I look forward to us continue to unite, man, as black people across the world, man. Wherever you are, people, let's unite. Let's support each other. Let's inspire each other. Let's motivate each other, man. And let's win together. Let's bring about the greatest prosperity period in the history of this world, which is God's prophecy for this world. With that being said, man, my declarations over your life, number one, is that you are a millionaire. You are married to the person of your dreams. You have amazing health and it's in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God, man, will continue to lead you and guide you, man, to finding your purpose in this world and get busy doing that, man. In the meantime, humble yourself, people. Realize you don't know as much as you think you know, and really focus on developing yourself every single day. I really do believe in you, people. Y'all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.